Hey Leon, I didn't figure I would see you at this watering hole. I thought you always use the east watering hole?
I do prefer to use the east hole to drink, but I went by today and the hole is almost non-existent.
Wow, that's too bad. Leon, have you heard anything about the humans destroying the world? I was talking to Norman yesterday and he says that the Earth will not last the way things are.
Well Jimmy, it's time we had a talk. The humans are destroying the world and it is starting to become very apparent, and folks are starting to take notice. It just took a long time.
What are they doing? Norman said something about the Earth's temperature and water levels rising because of the ice caps melting.
Without a doubt the temperature has been rising every year and the ice caps are melting. Part of the problem has to do with the way the humans conduct themselves on a daily basis.
Like the way they live?
Yes, the way they live. Humans in this generation are plagued with materialism and overconsumption. They are living in the moment and failing to plan for the future.
Can you give me some examples of activities that are affecting our environment in a negative way? I'm becoming very curious about these issues and what can be done.
One of the main problems is overpopulation. Just think, all of these people need transportation. That means many of them will drive cars. Do you know anything about cars?
Yes, I have seen a few cars on the range. I've heard that cars produce waste products when the fuel is burned. I could smell the exhaust on most of the cars I have seen.
That's right. Cars produce nitrogen oxides, carbons and other harmful chemicals. I got my info from an Invitation to Environmental Sociology by Michael Bell, if you were wondering.
So what could they do differently to reduce these harmful chemicals?
They need to implement change across the board. They need to look to develop new technology or drive electric or hybrid cars, which would reduce emissions.
That's a great idea. But I heard THTA many humans like their big gasoline engines and would be hard-pressed to give them up, especially in the farm communities.
Deforestation also accompanies overpopulation. When they wipe out big swaths of forest to develop land, this contributes to global warming because trees absorb greenhouse gases.
Couldn't they plant more trees? That's what I would do at least. It only makes sense to try and replace what we take, right? I like to breathe clean air. I want my trees.
Yes, but trees take years to mature, and they are developing the ground, leaving limited space for new trees. Another problem is overfishing and aggressive hunting.
Is it true that some animals are on the verge of extinction? I heard that some never rebound. This is very sad to me. I just don't understand how people can be so selfish.
Yes, and this is a tricky issue, because once an animal is put on an endangered list, the value of that animal goes up, so people are willing to break laws to obtain them. It's horrible.
I've heard about this. It sounds like it's going to be a full-time job trying to preserve our brothers and sisters. Hopefully everyone can come together and put a stop to this.
The humans have so many issues to tackle. It is going to take life-changing behaviors to put a stop to the destruction. It's just a shame it had to get to this point. What a shame.
I think that they should think about future generations and change as a whole. Educating the youth would be a good start. We need to get them thinking about preservation early on.
That's a great plan. They really need to get everyone on the same page and deal with big issues such as developing new forms of energy and recycling. This is a must for the future.
I was reading about pesticides and animal waste getting into the groundwater. This sounds like an issue that needs to be addressed as well. This can be linked to overpopulation also.
A lot of these issues are related to overpopulation and mass consumption. To halt the destruction, people may have to live simple. This is going to be a hard thing for many to accept.
I guess they really need to think about the future generations. It's kind of selfish if they do not. I would like to think that the future would be a priority, but I guess not.
It's really gonna come down to educating the masses and making them aware of the problems at hand and teaching them what they could do to help fix it.
They should really start pushing these ideas to the youth and hope that they pass on the knowledge to their peers. We will have to find ways to reach the older generations as well.
It may be a little harder getting change from those set in their ways. It may require THTA laws are put into place to force change. This may be the only way it will get done.